Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om. Pranams to the lotus feet of the Lord, pranams to all the Mahatmas and Gurujis, pranams to all of you. In the last class, we have seen up to shloka number 96. Today we are supposed to go to the shloka number 97. To do a quick recap, in the last class we have seen Sanat. Sanat, Sanatanamaha, Sanatana Tamaha, Kapila, Kapiravyeha, Swastida, Swastrik, Swasti Book, Swasti Dakshinaha. So Sanat, the ancient. And then Sanatana Tamaha, the most ancient of the ancient. Kapilaha, one who is brownish red. Kapihi, one who drinks the water. Apyayaha, the place of resolution. Swastidaha, one who gives Mangala. Swastikrit, one who makes Mangala. Swasti, one whose nature is auspiciousness. Swastibuk, one who enjoys or protects the auspiciousness. Then Swasti Dakshinaha, one who grows as auspicious, the expert in giving auspiciousness. Up to this we have seen in the last class. So now we have to go to Nama number 97. Shloka number 97, Nama number 906. Let us go through the shloka. Araudhra Kundali Chakri Vikram Yurjita Shasanaha Shabdadika Shabdasaha Shishira Sarvari Karaha. Araudhra Kundali Chakri Vikram Yurjita Shasanaha Shabdadika Shabdasiha Shishira Sarvari Karaha. Araudraha, one who does not have any violence. Araudraha, one who does not have any violence. He is Araudra, free from Raudra. There are different types of Raudra, wherein karma is violent, desire is violent, anger is violent. Raudramna, violence. Okay, Bhagavan does not have any violence. Okay, so karma is violent, desire is violent, anger is also violent. And one who is free from all the three kinds of Raudra is Araudra. People engage themselves in frightening activities like distractions, vandalism, rampage, terrorism, and so on. So this is because there's a lot of build-up hatred and fear and insecurity and anger. In the anger and hatred, there's a lot of destruction. And again, it is the unfulfilled desire that causes the pain and that turns into anger and hatred. And then it becomes a vicious cycle. So Bhagavan is Avapta Sarva Kama, one who has all the desires fulfilled, in the sense that being ever full, there is nothing unattained by him. Therefore, he does not need to have any desires, let alone fulfill them. Hence, he has no likes or dislikes or an anger or born of that, leading to Raudra. Because violence will come only when there is some unmet desires are there. Violence is because of what? Unmet desires. Where I tried, I'm not able to get it. I get angry with the society or angry with myself, so I become violent. And desire is because of what? Desire is because of apurnatvam. I am not satisfied with myself. So that's what is happening is. So that is again a condition of mind. So our mind is always feeling apurnaha. Bhagavan is purnatvam always. That's why Bhagavan says in the Bhagavad Gita, Name partasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. Na anavaptavyam avaptavyam. Vartayevacha karmani. There is nothing that is not attained by me, so I have no desire. That's what they say. Everything is attained. I have nothing to accomplish. That's why Bhagavan says, I am Akarta, Abhokta, and I am Purnaha. So I am neither the doer nor the enjoyer. Because Bhagavan says, I am the Brahman, and Krishna says, I am not the physical body Krishna here. Bhagavan explains the avatara in the Gita very clearly. When he explains, you have to understand what Krishna meant there. What Krishna meant was, he is the Brahman, Sakshat Brahman, the absolute consciousness, the Chaitanyam Brahman, otherwise called Atma in the individual self. And that is me. And I have got nothing to accomplish, so there's no desire, there's no violence also. That's what it is. So everyone is given to different degrees of violent actions and similar conditions of the mind. Especially when people get power, these tendencies seem to increase. Power corrupts, and absolute power means absolute uncontrolled corruption. When power is there, there's no deterrence, and one loses control of what one does and feels that one can get away with it. Bhagavan is almighty, that is, he has absolute power. Does that mean that he has Raudra in absolute measure? No. In spite of absolute power, Bhagavan has no Raudra at all. Because his power is what? With his power, he manages the entire creation. The Srishti itself is his own. Because Bhagavan with the Maya, with Maya under his control, blesses the Maya, Maya creates the world. And with the blessing of Bhagavan, with the Brahman, and everything is orderly happening, is everything because his blessing. And he is detached and he is observing everything. He has got so much of power. He doesn't abuse the power. He uses the power. By what? By giving us the appropriate karma phalam for all our punya papa. For all our punya papa. So in spite of absolute power, Bhagavan is no Raudra at all. Bhagavan does not have any vengeance. I repeatedly have said many times during this Vishnu Sahasranaamam discourse. Earlier we have said Bhagavan is neutral. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyo sina priyaha. I have repeated this shloka many times. Because often people who lack the understanding of the true nature of God have all these confusions. And then go and then say, I want Bhagavan this, and then you are not doing this. On the other hand, when there are various natural calamities which have increased manifold now, especially recently because of global warming, and we have started seeing a wide variety of or wild uncontrolled destruction in terms of tsunami, in terms of floods, in terms of fire, and unseasonal rains, flooding, everything we are seeing now. And this is only a beginning. We'll see more. Because what? The nature has to act. The nature is acting because of what? Nature is only Bhagavan. Nature is acting based on our own acts. Because we act, so by nature again put it back. So if we don't respect the nature, and Bhagavan says in the 3rd chapter of Gita, I have given everything, parasparam bhavayantaha. We live together and we support each other. I will nourish you, you nourish me. I will take care of you, you take care of me. And when they say you take care of me wants what? You take care of me, when Bhagavan says, means you have to live with the nature is one of the very important meaning. That's called dharma. So dharmic way of living is leading a life with the nature of with the environment. So when we do, which is against the nature has got a lot of natural healing power. But if we abuse it more, nature violently reacts. That's what happens. Everything will violently react. So Bhagavan says, I have got no violence. But if you inflict me, I will give it back. That is not my violence. I am giving you a lesson again. I am not here to punish the humanity. I am not here to punish the humanity. I am here to discipline the humanity. By what? By giving lots of indications, lots of things I am giving you. Lots of advance notice I give you. So better you act on it. If you don't do it, that means I have no choice but to act on it. It is not my anger, because that is my job. That's what Bhagavan says. So, in spite of absolute power, Bhagavan has no Raudra at all. Therefore, we invoke Bhagavan as Araudra for getting rid of our tendencies of Raudra, Kama, Raudra Kopa, Raudra Karma. So, this is the basic reason. Kama, Kopa, and Karma. That is violent desires, violent anger, and violent actions. Let us stop it. Mohasha, Moha Karmanaha, Moha Jnana, Vichetasaha. Rakshasim, Asurim Chaiva, Prakriti, Mohinim Shrutaha. Ninth chapter. So it's all everything is, our starting point is wrong. So Bhagavan says, I am very, very calm. I am non-violent. Please understand. But if you guys are doing like this, what can I do? That's what Bhagavan again, another very, very profound Nama through which he is again trying to give a sense of sanity to the humanity. But are humans are going to change it? I don't know. I pray that all of us change our behavior, including our politicians, our leaders, our industries, everything. It's all the governance, because it starts from governance. We as peasants, as subjects, what we can do? Once the government put the order, they say ban the plastic and like this, so many things. Hope they climate, global warming, all these things are only still at a lip talk level, but there is no concrete actions coming up. Global warming is taking place. You will see more violence. Don't blame the God. Very simple. Blame ourselves. So, which is our own thing. Only thing is, we have got the power. If at all there is something called democracy, we have got a power to do one vote. That too once in 5 years. Then afterward, you have to wait and see what is going to happen. So, better we blame ourselves. That's it. Then Kundali, 907. Kundali, the one who has earrings, one who is in the form of Adisesha. There are two meanings. So this is for Upasana primarily. Lord is pictured as Kundali, having beautiful kundalas, shining earrings in the form of sun and the moon. Or he is Kundali being in the form of serpent Adisesha, who has a Kundala, a coil. That is another one. Then Chakri, one who wields a discus. He has a discus, the Sudarshana Chakra in his hand for protecting the people, and hence he is called Chakri. The Chakra stands for the Manas Tattva, the mind principle, because it is as swift as mind. In fact, the Sudarshana Chakram represents the knowledge also. Bhagavan gives you the knowledge. Bhagavan says, I am giving you the knowledge. Then it with the I have given you buddhi. He talks to the humanity. Vedas is only for humanness, human, right? Veda says, I am giving you the knowledge, how to operate, how to live in this earth peacefully and having come here. And then I have given you the user manual for all of you. If you use my user manual, you will be living happily. If you don't use it, then what is happening is, then you will spoil yourself. So the Sudarshana Chakra is representing the mind principle and jnana. So Bhagavan is the Sudarshana Chakra. Bhagavan is the one who gives the knowledge. Only with the knowledge we can do that. Today morning I was doing another class on Tirukural. That's where Kalvi, the Adhikaram, in the Purutpal Kalvi, 40th Adhikaram. Is the 40th. For those who are English students, go and look at it. Karka, Kashadara, Karpavai, Katrabe, Nirka, Adarkut Taha. It's a Quran. It is the first Quran. That is 38, 391, 401. 401 to Quran. So what it says is, study without any doubt. And then once you study, follow that. Very simple. Study, have the knowledge, have doubtless, thorough knowledge, and follow the knowledge. So Veda has given the knowledge. Bhagavan has Chakri. He wields a discus, which is Sudarshana. That is all knowledge. And then he gives you the knowledge. Better you protect yourselves. That's what Bhagavan says in this Nama. Okay. Then Vikrami, one who has valor. Vikrama means the footstep or valor. As both his footstep and valor are in a measure which is totally distinct from all others. So he is Vikrami. Then the next one, the Urjita Shasanaha, one who mandates all powerful, whose mandates are powerful. Urjita Shasanaha, one whose mandates are powerful. He is Urjita Shasana, one whose mandates and laws are excellent and powerful. They are universal, but not absolute, and at the same time, not loose. They can be looked at in two ways. One, it is the law of dharma as well as the laws governing all the physical and other spheres. So, when we look at fire, it is not that fire is hot for one person, cold for another person. It is universally hot, but it is not absolute in the sense that one can have fireproof protection. So, too, the laws of all natural forces are Urjita, an excellent and intelligent network that brings about harmony. That is why it is possible to study and understand the laws. That the same thing behaves in a different way, in a different conditions, is also his law. That is why it is possible to use these laws to our advantage. Again, the laws of dharma in the form of Shruti and Smriti are also impartial and universal and not loose, but they are not absolute in that they can be interpreted in situations. All the laws of dharma need to be interpreted, and the laws of Bhagavan are universal, impartial, excellent, and powerful. Hence, he is Urjita Shasana. So understand dharma is relative. There is nothing called this way. Everything is flexible. Flexible in the sense it has to be interpreted properly according to the situation. Not with our ragadvesha you should interpret. In the neutral way, one is supposed to interpret and take it. That is why dharma is always universal, and that the universal dharmas we have talked about is Samanya Dharma, Vishesha Dharma, all those things. You have to remember all those things. But Bhagavan's dharmas are all there, and it may vary situation to situation, and we have to accordingly understand, and accordingly we need to act. So he is a Dharma Gupta, we have seen earlier. So he is very important. Here he says Urjita Shasana. He is the one whose mandates are very, very powerful. So Bhagavan's laws are very clearly well laid out. Next one. Shabdadikaha. One who is beyond words. Shabdadi, Shabdadikaha. One who is beyond words. So after 910 Namas, in the 911th Lama, Vyasa says Bhagavan is Sabdhatika, one who is beyond words. Does it, does it mean that all these names are useless? No. Bhagavan, from the standpoint of his Swarupa, he can never be object, the direct meaning of any Shabda or word. He has no attribute, actions, species, or relationship, whereas words can function only within this range. Hence, the Swarupa is unlike anything else. Paradoxes have to be used. Thus, only by using paradoxes and implying through words can Bhagavan be revealed. Since he cannot be described by any single word, he is Shabdhatiga. And Shruti says, now, Yato Vacho Nivartante Aprapya Manasasaha, Taittiriya Upanishad. Now, you cannot describe. From the words, retreat along with the mind. Because Bhagavan, absolute Brahman is Nirvikaram, Nirgunam, na Ashabdam, Asparsham, Arupam, Arasam, Agandham. All those things we have seen. Kata Upanishad gives you, every Upanishad gives the Brahman explanation. So it is beyond our explanation. So there's no words can describe everything. Only thing is we are trying to explain by the words. Still we use the words. By what? Because by paradoxes that we are trying to use it. So Bhagavan is without name and form. Vacharambanam vikaro namadeyam. Chandogya Upanishad says. So there's no words to describe Bhagavan. The original Bhagavan. Again, you have to understand the original Bhagavan. The original Bhagavan is formless, has got no guna, is all pervading, he is beyond time and space. At least remember, he is beyond time and space and has got no property. And all our mind can think only in the realm of time and space only. We cannot think beyond that. So he is beyond that. But still, however, we use various things. Like there are various ways we try to describe that Brahman. Neti, Neti. We discard everything and say this is what is Brahman. So very detailed, very profound, because this requires a lot of technical Vedantic explanation, deep explanations. But for the time being, understand he has got no name or form, so he is beyond words. That means what? All others think what we are seeing is Bhagavan's blessing. Everything, the entire Jagat is only Vishwam is. The moment we say Bhagavan is Arupam, then we are talking in Vishnu Sahasranaamam, everything is Bhagavan. What does it mean? Then you must not get confused. Hey, you are telling and coming and teaching me Vishnu Sahasranaamam, say look at everything as Bhagavan. And then you say everything is Bhagavan, and now you suddenly say he cannot be described by words. How do we reconcile the two statements? Bhagavan is Karanam. Bhagavan is the Karanam. The world is Karyam, product. Bhagavan is Karanam. And then world is the Karyam, the product. Bhagavan is the cause, world is the product. And the product has got is same as cause. Cause means what? Bhagavan, again you have to understand the technical language. I'll just put this explanation so that you, for those who are just listening to this audio alone, will have clarity, which I have explained in the earlier Namas. The original Bhagavan, we call it as a Brahman. In the religious language, we call it as a Bhagavan, God. In the Vedantic language, we call it as a Brahman, as no form, no name, no gunas, nothing. But with that Brahman blessing, the Maya becomes the world. The Maya becomes the world. Maya manifests from unmanifest conditions. It manifests. But the blessing is required. But the blessing of Brahman is required. Without that, Maya is also inert. But that is given, the life is given by the Brahman. So when the life is given by Brahman, Maya operates. So without the Brahman, the world cannot survive. So you have to look at this world as Sarvam Brahmamayam Jagate. So we must start looking at everything as Brahman. Because what? Without the blessing of Brahman, nothing can work. So that way you have to understand. While we say on the one hand, he is beyond words, cannot be explained, no names and forms, from the absolute principle. From the absolute, we call it as a Paramarthika Satyam. From the Vyavaharika Satyam, how do you explain? From the transactional, relative, empirical reality, we say that Bhagavan is nothing but, that Bhagavan is with the help of Maya, he is creating and sustaining and building resolution, resolving this entire universe. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Karana, Karta. So he is the Upadana Karanam, Nimitta Karanam, all those things you have to remember. So you should never confuse these things. We are all very profound, but for this time, this much is sufficient. Then Sishiraha, one in the form of the cool season. Sishiraha means cool season, in the form of cold season, Shishira. There are 6 seasons, of which Shishira is one of them. It is a winter. Shishira also, because like the Shishira Rutu, cold season, he is the refuge which cools one from Tapatraya. Tapatraya Munade, we have seen the heat of inner and external afflictions, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Daivika Tapas. Bhagavan is the only place where one can be free from the heat of the 3 tapas. Adhyatmika means all the self-related problems. Adi Bhautika means whatever is problem from the surrounding, friends, relatives, and our flat, whatever it is, wherever we live. Adi Daivika means all the natural ones. So all the 3 tapas, we can be free from that. So from all of them, what? Bhagavan is in the form of a cool. So if you are having a real understanding of Bhagavan and fall at his feet and then really learn that my original nature is also that Brahman only, my within quote. Because my means when you say this body is not me, this mind is not me, I am originally the Atma, which I am not able to discover. When you study the scriptures and discover the Atma, then I say I am the Atma, and all the tapas will go away. So he is the Shishiraha, he even in the form of the cool season. Then Sarvari Karaha, Sharvari Karaha, one who makes the night. Now, Sharvari means night. So he is Sharvari Kara means one who makes the night so that all the living beings can rest and relax. By resolving the notion of I and mine in the sleep, the individual is able to relax and have a temporary respite from the day-to-day problems. Generally, in daylight, one sees things clearly, and the darkness of night makes it difficult. Therefore, what is clearly perceived is said to be as clear as daylight, and what is not clear is like night. While some are awake to the truth of oneness of Ishvara, others are asleep to this fact. So they are in dark about this fact. Hence, there's a confusion and conflict. The majority of the people seem to see duality as clearly as things are in daylight. Therefore, the threats and problems of duality, samsara, are very real for them. But for those who know the truth, are as though in darkness with reference to the samsara. They do not see the threats and problems that others see. In Gita, Bhagavan says very clearly, I will do that. I'll give you the meaning and then I'll give you the shloka also. In that which is night for all beings, the one who is wise, who has mastery over oneself, he is awake. That in which beings are awake is night for the wise, one who sees. Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagriti samyami yasyam jagriti bhutani sanisha pashyato munehe. Second chapter, 69th shloka. Very profound shloka, very confusing shloka. We call it as a naughty shloka. Knotty, naughty shloka. There are quite a few of them, two or three shlokas in Gita, which we call it as a naughty shlokas. That means not being tight. I mean, when you take a rope and put a knot, that knot. Also, they are naughty to understand. So it's very profound. So Jnani is for when day is when all the human beings are seeing everything as broad daylight and everything black and white, it is a night for him. And Jnani is able to see it's dark for everyone. So it's a very profound shloka. I don't want to go into the details of it, but understand this much. But one who makes the night. So one who crosses this knowledge and ignorance. Who causes the knowledge and ignorance? Since Bhagavan alone is the cause of everything, he is not only the object of knowledge and ignorance, but also the cause of knowledge and ignorance. Hence, he is the Sarvarikara. The moment I say Bhagavan is the cause of knowledge and ignorance, don't blame the Bhagavan, because very carefully you have to understand. Because this commentary again you have to understand very carefully. He is the cause means what? He is the Samanya Karanam. Samanya Karanam. Bhagavan is the Samanya Karanam. Every individual is the Vishesha Karanam for the knowledge and ignorance. Understand this. Otherwise, in the modern language, you put is he is the operating system. And what you load in the software and how you utilize the software is yours choice. So he is like the operating system, Android or iOS, whatever it is. He is the operating system which provides the platform. It is the jivas who are the Vishesha Karnam. So from the Samanya Karnam is this the knowledge as well as the ignorance. That's the way one should understand. Move on. Go to the shloka number 98. Akrurapesulo daksho dakshinah kshaminam varah vidvattamo vitabhayah punya shravana kirtanah. Akrurapesulo daksho dakshinah kshaminam varah vidvattamo vitabhayah punya shravana kirtanah. Akruraha, one who is not cruel. Earlier we said one who is not violent. Okay, in the previous Nama, he said one is who is not Araudraha. Here he says na Akruraha, one who is not cruel at all. Again, we have seen many times. I'll explain this. Kraurya, cruelty is an emotion, a mental modification. Na, it is a santapa, a mental affliction born of anger, jealousy, or frustration. And all these are generally seen where there is power. Absolute power is only the power of Ishvara. Absolute power is no power at all. It is not that there is a locus of absolute power and elsewhere there is limited power. All the limited powers belong to various jivas or only delegated powers. You have to understand this principle first. And Parameshwara is the one who is incapable of cruelty, because fear, which is the cause of cruelty, is not there. Fear is the cause of cruelty, which is not there. A second thing is not there, is there is no, there is the, no. A second thing is not there to threaten, to make him feel insecure. Hence, there is no reason for fear. He has no anger, so no cruelty. Hence, Bhagavan is Akrura, devoid of Kraurya. And one may say, I have no fear till something strong comes along, and then there is fear. But in the case of Bhagavan, there is absence of fear, because the cause of fear is not there. Na bibhet na bibeti kutaschaneti. The Kanitri Upanishad. Na bibeti kutaschaneti. He has no fear from anything. Since a second thing is not there, he has no fear or insecurity or so. So he has no need to be cruel at all. You have to be understand. Bhagavan is very, very fair and consistent. He is dharmic. He has got no kama, krodha, nothing. Even with the influence of Maya, as I told you, Bhagavan, the absolute Bhagavan, the Brahman is no gunas. It is akarta, abhokta. He doesn't do anything. But with the help of Maya, activating the Maya, Bhagavan blesses Maya. But Maya, so the Brahman Maya mixture only is called Bhagavan or Ishvara. That Ishvara is very fair because he has got fairness with everything to deal with. How? Because he is giving only the results of what we have fixed and deposited with him. All the Papa Punya we explained you in the previous classes. All the Papa Punya of us only is coming back in the form of, in the name of Karma Pala. Bhagavan is a Karma Pala Data. He is the one who gives the fruits of our own actions. He doesn't create anything. He doesn't do anything. Bhagavan cannot do anything. Whatever we have deposited, he will give you. Bhagavan is by the bank teller. He will give you the deposit, whatever you have given there, he will give the money back. He is only the Karma Pala Data. You store Punyam and Papam. And if you store Punyam, you get good things. If you store Papam from the previous Janmas, you get all the bad things. So what is the remedy? We cannot change the past, at least you change the future. Now onwards, be a good person. This is the only answer. You cannot, what we can do? We can do a lot of good things. When the good things are done, Papa will be kept in abeyance and good thing will start fructifying. Trust in God and Bhagavan will make it happen that way. He has got, it is not first in, first out theory. He knows when to give what. So you be with the Lord, do lot of bhakti. I told you, Shraddha and Bhakti, two important words you should know. Shraddha and Bhakti. You should have the faith in the Veda, Shraddha, and that's the real one. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. So have the Shraddha and Bhakti. Bhakti means connection with the Lord all the time, looking at the whole universe as Bhagavan, and be a dharmic person. That's it. Nothing else. And do not do any harm to others, what you do not want others to do. Very basic dharma. So follow that principle. So Bhagavan is never a cruel at all. So don't blame Bhagavan for whatever the sufferings we have got. All our sufferings are because of our own past actions. So Akruraha, very important. The Peshalaha, one who is fascinating. In which way Ishvara is looked at, he is Peshala, very handsome, gentle and fascinating. In terms of knowledge, the magic of Ishvara is putting things together is fascinating. His every manifestation is fascinating and inspiring. His deeds, mind, words, bodies are all beautiful. So you look at this whole universe, you don't need to go to fascinate yourself. Look at the whole universe, skyline, nature, all the insects, beings, all the various forces which is acting, and everything is really fascinating. How he manifests and how he sustains the whole universe. In fact, Bhagavan says in Gita, this is only a very small, fraction only I am showing you, Arjuna. My universe is very, very vast. So how he manages everything. Even Earth itself is a very small speck of a dust. It's called the Milky Way. There are zillions of galaxies in this solar system, is one small one. Our sun, which is very hot now, That selfless is very tiny star. So he is operating all of them in a perfect fashion. So it is very, very adbhutam, ascharya. So wonder. So peshala. Then daksha, one who is skillful. Isura is most Shakta, capable, hence Daksha. Not only he is capable, but he is the Shigrakari, capable of doing things very fast also. In anything that we do, there is so much of planning, gathering of resources and manpower and execution involved that it takes a lot of time. But the Jagat is created by the mere Sankalpa of the Lord. So he thinks and it is there. There is no time involved because time itself is yet to be created. So through the thought is creation. The tad aikshata asrijata Upanishad says, Chandogya says. So in dream, you think of a mountain and mountain comes immediately. So he is Daksha. So he is Pravardha, most grown up because he has no limitations whatsoever. He is highly skillful. We have seen this in Nama, in Shloka number 45. Also, we have seen the same Nama also. He is very, very skillful. And Dakshinaha. Dakshinaha means he is very efficient. Not only having the skill, he is very, very efficient also. What do you mean? There are two ways of looking at it. The first one is named Dakshina. Sometimes you may appear at the is almost same as the meaning of Daksha. He is skillful and efficient. Okay, there's no defect of repetition because the words are different. So here, how the acharyas comment here is Daksha also means one who destroys. So Daksha means one is the skillful and Dakshinaha means efficient. The Daksha has got a secondary meaning, which is one who destroys. So Ishvara creates, and what is created has to be continuously resolved. A moment is born and it is gone. Only what is can go, what is can go. So Bhagavan continuously resolve that which is created. As Daksha, he continuously creates, and as Dakshina, he continuously destroys or resolves. Everybody, you have to connect these two namas. Beautiful commentary given by Acharya. So he continuously creates as Daksha, and he continuously destroys as Dakshina. If all of us are going to stay in this earth for perpetually, what will happen? The earth cannot hold on everyone. So we have to vacate the place. It is very, very simple. So with these namas, what is the application for us? So we have now understood this nama. Let us now look at it. What's in it for me? What is the key learning for me from these two namas? Daksha and Dakshina. And you can connect it to the earlier nama Akruraha and Arodraha. So Bhagavan is not having any emotions. Bhagavan is not cruel, and Bhagavan is not having any anger. But at the same time, he is skillful and he is very efficient. He does everything in order. So, and as I told you, Dakshaha refers to creating, Dakshinaha refers to destruction. So everything in the world has got the beginning and end. Everything means what? The whole world, including all of us, have got a beginning and end. Everybody understand this, but do not remember and keep it when we transact with the world. We get anxious. Everybody understands. Everybody knows. But only thing is we don't use this and retain in ourselves. So what is the thing? What is the thing? The thing is, including all of us, the whole world is ephemeral, fleeting, changing. Even as a human body in a full lifetime, 6 or 7 times, all the cells are changing. We have got the Shad Vikaraha, sixfold modification. Asti Jayate, Vardate, Viparinamate, Apakshyate, Vinashyati. We have got a sixfold modifications. Everything keeps changing. Okay, the hair grows and becomes from black to white. Teeth falls, wrinkles come, everything comes. Cannot avoid. Ultimately, death. Janma mritti jara vyadi dukkha dosha anudarshanam. So you must understand everything comes and goes, and everything is fair. Bhagavan is absolutely fair, and he is not cruel. He is not having any anger. But whatever you deserve, he will give you. You means collectively as the humanity, collectively as all the jivas, whatever we deserve, not only human, all the jivas, including all the plants, all the trees, because their prarabdha is what? That their prarabdha is to become a tree or become an animal, and our prarabdha is to become a man or a human being and to do the global warming and then destroy those trees and destroy those animals. So it is a collective prarabdha of not only humans, all the jivas put together is the world is managed. And Bhagavan is absolutely neutral, impartial, and very fair and consistent. This you must remember. This is what my takeaways. Then Shaminam Varaha, one who has forbearance, Kshami, one who is able to put up with all the omissions and commissions. Everyone has a certain level of patience. Sadhus are Shamis with a lot of forbearance. The earth is given as an example of forbearance, but Bhagavan has got absolute forbearance. So he is Shaminam Vara. Kshami also has got a meaning of one who is capable. So Bhagavan having all the powers is Kshaminam Vara, the ablest of all. This is the second meaning. So Bhagavan is very, very patient. We give a idiom, right? I give you a long rope for you. But means Bhagavan give multiple chances in every situation for all of us. Right from the beginning, he gives multiple choices and chances for all of us to do be right. But only thing is, because of our rajoguna, we repeatedly make the mistake. We may knowingly make the mistake. I have discussed this topic also before. Why jivas are knowingly making mistake? Because of the rajoguna. Kamayesha, Krodayesha, Rajoguna, Samudbhava, Maha Ashanaha, Maha Papa. That you have to understand. But Bhagavan gives lots of choices and opportunities. And then he says, this is all depicted by what? Ramayana. Take Ramayana. Sakshat Bhagavan is in front of Ravana. Take this. Bhagavan is in front of Ravana. What is the effect for Ravana? Nothing. Still, he wants to do all the akramas. And he is in the war and he was losing. Bhagavan gives a last chance. Shami. Bhagavan gives a last chance. Hey, go and come back again. Again, next day, he could have changed his course. Even the last day, the 10th day of the war also, Tamil, there's a famous saying, Indru boy, Naleva. Go today and come back again tomorrow. Did Ravana listen? Kamsa. Take Kamsa. Uncle of Krishna. And he was waiting, killing one by one. And Krishna came. And what happened? So Bhagavan is there for as avatara, he is in front of us. You don't, so it doesn't, even if physically avatara comes, Bhagavan, Lord Krishna, Rama in another form comes in front of you. You and I are incapable of seeing the Lord. Understand this. Hey, Bhagavan comes in one other rupa because Masya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha, various avataras. Can we recognize it? Even in Ramayana, many people do not know Rama is Avatara Purusha. Same in the case of Krishna Avatara. Go and read Bhagavatam, Ramayana. People were thinking differently. So we do not have any ability to spot Bhagavan. So Bhagavan says, look at the entire universe as Bhagavan. Because everything is truly Bhagavan only. So everything is truly Bhagavan. If you look at every situation, every power, it is a miracle. So you must be able to discern your mind, not wait for special avatar of Rama or Krishna to come. Because often in under the terms of bhakti, let me explain this point. There's a tremendous confusion. In terms of bhakti, people think I am a true bhakta only when the avatara Rama comes, like he gave the darshan to Tyagaraja Swamigal. Or Mirabai got darshanam, or various saints have got darshanam of various lords. And people have got a very wrong notion that Bhagavan, I am a true Bhakta, only Bhagavan comes and give darshanam. Of course, he will give darshanam. That is also possible. It is Maya Shakti, he can give the darshanam, for which you have to have lots of tapas, lots of repetition of the same nama called Purascharana. If you do that, you will get, Bhagavan will get it. But that is only temporary. That will go away. That's not permanent. The permanent thing is to see Lord in everything. Bhagavan is giving darshana for all of us all the time. Start viewing this. That is the beauty. Why to wait for one darshanam, 1 second, 1 minute? Here, Bhagavan is giving the darshanam for all of us all the time. So, he is a Shaminamvara. He has got a lot of patience. So, look at the universe as the Lord and see everything as the Lord and revere everything as the Lord and behave as a good citizen. This is what Bhagavan is expecting of all of us. He is giving a long rope to all of us, Shaminamvara. With this, we will stop. We will continue in the next class. Wishing everyone a very happy Diwali. We will continue again next week. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Magi Magishaha Gobhrahmanebhyo Shubhavasrityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om.